audio description version, courtesy of Scribely, click the link in the description.
Hey y'all, and welcome to a special New York elections edition of The Offbeat. It's me, Lachi, a New Yorker going blind, just trying to stay fabulous. I'm here to motivate and educate. And if you like what you hear, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. So there's a lot of talk about the New York mayoral race because we have a huge fiery cast of characters running this year. I, however, am going to be speaking with folks running for New York City Comptroller, the people that have the purse strings and deal with the funds. I want to know what the person with all of our money is going to be trying to do with all of our money. I also want to hold their feet to the fire right here on this show and see if they'd be willing to hire folks with disabilities to advise them on disability issues. Let's hear what they had to say. Show me the money. Let's get right into it. All right. We are here today with investment banker and money manager, Daby. One really cool thing about Daby is that he is running for comptroller. So Daby,
Yes.
How are you and how are you feeling about the race?
Phenomenal. I feel like $250 billion. I mean, we're going to win and we're going to fix the city and essentially we're going to fix this country.
Awesome. So I am jealous of wherever you are. Where are you right now?
I'm in Lower Manhattan. In fact, the background here is the Brooklyn Bridge and
Nice.
all the rest of Brooklyn and the rest you can see on the other side. I see Staten Island, New Jersey. So it's just a great day here in New York City. I can't wait for all my friends to be back home in New York City.
New York is resilient. Here's my first question to you though. And all right, it's going to come across a little simple, but what does a comptroller do?
It is simple, but it's incredibly difficult because you have to be brave. They're a fiduciary. Literally, the issues that are plaguing our city is not red issues, not blue issues. It's corruption issues. Managing money, but representing people. And sadly, the current comptroller is managing people and just representing money.
Now, you do have experience as a money manager, but have you ever held office? Like, what experience can you bring better than the guy we have now?
Well, I mean, managing office or managing experience and doing everything is my entire life. I mean, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I don't have a golden parachute. I worked my way up from 14, working at job after job, from Taco Bell to Target to just about every single thing of advocacy you could think of for people. In the community, specifically being the director of a very successful community garden. Our community garden is one of the oldest in the city since 1991, Lifespire Garden. And being a member or trying to be a member of the community board, but also being an assembly district leader and also a vice president in Manhattan. So it's unique because the current person is a politician. They're not a banker.
What will you invest in to help ensure returns?
So the best thing is I have experience working and making money for clients, making wealth, making cash, making money for people, making cash, putting cash into people's hands. And that's what I do. That's the reason why people hire me. And that's the reason why the city needs me.
So what needs to be sort of reinvestigated or rearranged with what we're currently investing in?
Public safety. Public safety. You don't move to a city that's not safe. Public safety is the most important thing. And public safety spills into every single spirit of our lives.
But I know some are asking for NYPD oversight. What are your thoughts on that?
I can't imagine anyone not wanting to have a safe city. So the very first thing in having a safe city is, where are your protections? I mean, when you go to sleep at night, do you close your door? Do you lock your window? Do you hang up your phone? Do you leave things on? You don't. We're telling the story from the middle instead of actually thinking about what specifically are the things that are really important, those bottlenecks, those choke points. And it's public safety.
Now, you have said that your position is not red, it's not blue, it's that you want to lead people and that you're not leaning any type of way because these issues don't lean any type of way.
They don't.
But I believe you are part of the Oscar Garcia Ferreira Republican Club. So how do you say, actually, I'm not running strictly Republican, I'm running for everyone in New York?
Well, it's because I exemplify of I'm an Afro-Latino. My father is a white Hispanic. My mother is a black Hispanic. So at the end of the day, we're Latino. We're Latinos. So I don't know racism, and I don't know the difference between red and blue when it comes to corruption. And the biological woman, the biological woman, is at attack right now because what is happening is the state is at goal to change our identity, to evaporate culture, to make us really monolithic, where the community, our people, lose our culture. And with that, you see that culture leaves, and that's why the city is dying and people are moving away.
Right. So you mentioned that currently the biological woman is under attack and at potentially loss of culture. Does
Yeah.
that mean that you have a stance on transgender issues?
Well, I
And if
mean, of
so,
course.
well, if so, are you able to share them here today, whether it has to
Yeah,
do with comptroller financing or not?
absolutely. I mean, it's all about respect for life. Respect for life. I'm opposing the death penalty. I have respect for the Constitution, more personal responsibility, and less government. And really, the way you get less government is you get better government. Is you get less government is by working and being inclusive to people. There's no throwaways. There's no throwaways. That's not what life is about. Life is not about throwaways. And if there's an issue that can be fixed with HR and people who are working for business, then there's something that has to be done. That's the only way that you're going to have a successful community. When people pick and choose and make classes between individuals, you don't have any kind of equality.
This is a great segue into the whole purpose for my series. So, I am legally blind. And so, this series is just talking about my experience as a blind woman in New York. I am an advocate for folks with disabilities. And so, I want
Thank you.
to just kind of hold you to the fire and say, how will you, as comptroller, help New Yorkers with disabilities?
Well, I'll tell you this. Right now, biological women like yourself is at a disability because the current comptroller pays women, biological women, 12% less. So just by making it an ability for women to negotiate their own pay, I think that is it speaks volumes to everyone that it's so simple, but you need bravery, and that's the issue. The issue is bravery.
So, well, I just want to kind of follow up on that really quickly. So, yes, there are issues with women for sure, especially with the pay gap. However, so having a disability is defined by the ADA as folks who are blind, folks who are deaf, folks who have mental illnesses, and we do know that there are just many different issues that folks with disabilities have to face. Not only having issues getting work, having pay gaps, and also the homelessness issue, the issue with
Yeah.
housing, especially affordable housing. Those are the types of things that we're concerned about. And we'd love to know where the funding can come from to help our concerns.
The funding is I'm just gonna go where the money is. That's exactly where you get the funding from. So the way to do this is you need to make an opportunity in a place where people want to come to your city to make money. Otherwise, you're a flyover country, and you don't want New York City to be a flyover city.
So I know that there is very little attention being put on people with disabilities as it pertains to the city. Would you, in your administration, if you were to become comptroller, be open to having someone with a disability at least on your advisory team so that we can make sure that disability is funded here in this city through your administration?
I can't imagine anybody else who's been around people with special needs except for my entire life. I mean, my mother is MSW, CSW. She worked for Long Island Developmental. She worked for Allstate. She worked for the state. Charity is in my blood. I started my own charity called Brando, Believe Recovery Awareness Now, Diabetes, Obesity. So helping the people who don't have a voice, being the advocate, as I've been saying, is 100%. And that's why, I started being a money manager with $0 under management. $0 under management. The way that you go from zero to where you are, hero, up here to where you are is by doing the right thing for clients, doing the right people for people, being the representative.
One other thing that I am that you definitely know is that I'm a musician. New York is the music
Music.
capital. But, there's been some ruckus and turmoil since the pandemic. So, how will you help New York's thriving art scene come back?
Oh man, I'm huge in arts. I mean, I love house music. I love rap music. I'm huge opera. Having an economy shut down is not inclusive. It's picking and choosing winners. That's what it is. When you remove money from people, people become more property. And people who are more property, they're more into enslavement. I'm about removing enslavement for people and about bringing abundance to people because I'm a money flow. And that's really what it is. You create.
Awesome. Well, that is basically the interview. This was quite the enthralling interview. I do have one last question. So,
Please, yeah.
but you'll have to be working closely with the mayor as comptroller, right?
Yes.
So, who are you hoping for that hot seat?
I'm hoping it's going to be Fernando Mateo. The
Ah,
reason why is when I was in the 8th grade, 13 years old, so 1993, he went out and I think he took like $5,000 from his bank account and his wife or something and took $5,000 out, bought a bunch of toys, gift certificates. He told all the thugs, all the gangsters that, hey, you know, give me your guns, give me your bullets. I'm going to trade in toys for guns. And he took in hundreds of guns off the streets of the city, off the state, off the nation, literally, because they're national.
so your stance is that you would prefer a neighborhood cleared of guns?
A gun is a message. It's an implement. It's the person who's behind that answer, behind that trigger is the decision maker. So I don't want to get the wrong connotative of, you could say I'm against spoons. People can be killing people with spoons. But again, it's I'm all about respecting of life, and I want that to really resonate through. It's about respect for life. When I show people the money and show how the United States and New York is going to be amazing because the best is yet to come. People will see it and they'll flock to the city like they've never seen before. The greatest and biggest gold rush of wealth for our people the world has ever seen.
Oh, I love it. You heard it here, folks. Supporting Fernando Mateo, ready for that new 2021 gold rush here in New
Yes.
York City. That's
Yes.
what Daby is all about. So get out your pencils, get out your pens, take notes.
I'm gonna
Very
win
excited.
this primary easy. So vote Daby, DABY. Vote Daby is the website. www.vote vote Daby DABY. Vote Daby. Right? Just vote Daby. .com.
All right, guys, www.votedaby.com. We're going to also have it in the description. Daby, thank you so much for sitting down with me. And
Oh
I am
man.
super honored to hear all of everything that you had to say. And I really can't wait till you put that person with that disability on your team. Thank you
We need
so
a lot
much.
of people. We need a lot of people fixing building the city up, and I appreciate it. Thank you for the support.
All right, so there you have it, folks. So remember, you will be casting your vote June 22nd, but here in New York, early voting starts June 12th. So go to your Board of Elections website, find out where you will be voting for your specific location. Head out to the polls. This year we have ranked choice voting. That means you can choose your top 5 folks that you want to run for these positions, whether it be mayor, whether it be comptroller, and whether it be all of the down ticket sections. So get out there, do your democratic duty as I will, and pick who you think is best for the seat. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end of this episode. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to continue down this journey with me, a New Yorker going blind, just trying to do her civic duty and stay fabulous. There's a lot more to come, so stick around.